what I'm doing over here is a quesadilla. So this is one of those beautiful sort of midnight snacks. Let me do a couple of them for you.
I actually think a quesadilla is delicious any hour of night or day.
Yep.
Rotisserie chicken?
Rotisserie chicken or a little bit of leftover roast chicken from the night before, and just spread that out. You're going to fill this up with a variety of ingredients. So a little chili pepper. Okay, so let me do a couple of these. One each, Rach.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, a little bit of chicken, and truthfully, it can work with a bit of leftover pulled pork. It can work with a bit of leftover
Any
brisket.
protein, right?
Doesn't matter.
Sure.
Okay, so chili peppers go on. Lots of cheese. I've got Monterey Jack. You got to be generous with the cheese.
Easy melting. Like, that's what it is. It's a Mexican grilled cheese, for goodness sake,
Exactly,
right?
exactly. So don't be stingy with that. And then I've got a little bit of cilantro. You can put your knife through that really quickly if you want to, just like so. And then, you know, you can use a barbecue sauce. You can use a salsa. There's lots of different ways to take it. So I've got a real simple barbecue sauce.
Barbecue chicken quesadillas? Are you kidding? Yum.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so again, don't be stingy with that. Get plenty of ingredients. It looks like it's too much, but trust me, it sort of melts down.
It's food. It's never too much.
Exactly. So lids go on.
Lids go on.
And that's it. You're done. It's that easy.
Are we baking these?
We're gonna,
Puppies, are they going over here?
On the grill. So
Pop them on the griddle.
We're going to stick it on the griddle, and then effectively what we do is we turn it every minute or so, but just like Rachel's doing, if you push these down,
Press them down and get them gold.
you get the tortilla lightly golden. And of course, the most important thing is everything in here is already cooked. What you want to do is you want to melt that cheese and make it
right, so you don't want this
delicious.
screaming hot. We've got this on medium-low, actually. You want to give the cheese time to melt, just like a grilled cheese sandwich.
That's right, exactly.
Sure.
So you can push it down. Once you get that nice and crispy, and what's interesting is you see how much that tortilla shrinks?
Yeah, it really
See
does.
how the bottom one now looks much bigger than the top? That's normal, that's going to happen. So, but then the second one, of course, will shrink as well. So what you're looking for is to get this cheese, sort of that gooey cheese, right? So we've got to do the other side.
So he's cooking that low and slow. It's on medium-low, guys, the big griddle.
All right, so for the next quesadilla, I've got some chili peppers roasting. Hatch chilies out of New Mexico in summertime are so good. So once your chorizo is golden brown, you can remove that, okay, from the pan. The peppers we've cooked down. Oh, that is really strong, that chorizo. It gets right up, you know,
it gets right up in there. And could you use poblanos if they couldn't find New Mexican
You sure
hash,
can. You can use poblanos, you can use Anaheim chilies. You know, you don't want anything that's going to be too spicy, of course, because you're going to use quite a bit of this.
Can you throw these right down into the pan from
so
the
you
drippings?
throw these into the pan
Let's get some more
the
going.
fat. Yes,
Might as
great.
well, right?
Let's cook those off. And then effectively what happens is they're just going to soften. So you can either fire roast them, you can toss them straight over the flame or into the oven, or you can do this, slice them up, and then you can add some onion, some garlic. You know, you can make it as crazy as you want, or you can keep it as simple as you want. I love all the flavors that are already in the chorizo, so I don't overcomplicate it.
You start building those, I'll finish slicing these up.
Beautiful. So chorizo goes onto another tortilla, right?
These look like whole wheat tortillas.
These are whole wheat tortillas this time, and I've got a couple of different cheeses that we're going to add. We've got the Monterey Jack, and you can see how much of that fat comes out of the chorizo. Don't waste it because it's beautifully flavored, right? So I'm going to just scrape that back down and pop that back in with my peppers. Beautiful. Then you layer it up with a little Monterey, all right? Just a little. That's a little, that's right. And then some queso fresco, which is that beautiful Mexican-style cheese.
I love queso fresco. It's so yummy.
It's so good.
Sweet and crumbly.
Right, but you still want to mix it with a good melting cheese, like the
Oh, and don't
Monterey
forget
Jack.
the chilies. Don't they go into?
Oh, of course they do.
Duh.
Goodness me. Right, come on, get it together.
Duh.
Guys. All right, so the chilies, super important.
Oh,
super
my
important.
God.
When you're making a chili quesadilla, you've really got to get the chilies in there.
Oh, my God, that's
But use plenty of them in
ridiculous.
there.
Ridiculous.
You stick the lids on.
Lids, are those ready to come off?
These are ready. So make sure you flip them back over. Just give them one last push down. And then we'll
Do you want to do a swapsies?
do a swapsies.
I'll bring this down here. You bring that down there.
Okay.
And you know, this is fun not just for people who live in dorms, but anytime you're having a group over to watch movies, anytime somebody's coming over for a big sports event, these are crowd pleasers that are cheap and cheerful, right?
So good. So easy.
Like a Mexican pizza.
And then what's so cool about a quesadilla is you get this crispy outside, right? So you can see how crisp and toasty that is. But then on the inside, what happens is this. You get this like
Oh my God, that's
gooey,
ridiculous.
delicious, cheesy filling.